Hey Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is Lotus Magic, and today I am bringing you your May 2019 Oracle Guidance message. I hope it's not too dark. If it's too dark, leave a message in the comment section so I can adjust it accordingly next time. I just wanted to have the natural light today and not any artificial light. um, which is interesting because I'm almost feeling like that's something that you need to incorporate, natural light. And I'm not even talking about the lighting system, opening your windows and things like that. What I'm saying is it's time to move out of the darkness of the past and embrace the light that you want to manifest. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started into your reading because my daughter's quite impatient and I don't want her to interrupt and I don't want the video to be too long. But overall, I'm going to say that this is definitely a love reading for Capricorn. So many Capricorn in the collective, you really have love on your mind, manifesting love on your mind. And so this is a really great message if this is you. And if it resonates, I hope that this message brings some level of help and hope and peace. All right, your oracle guidance message comes from the Goddess of Awakening. So here you see is we have this woman laying down in the light, and she's like bathing in the light. And this is why I say you guys need to start to push yourself out of the darkness of past relationships. And this is really what this reading resonates for me, is many Capricorns are stuck in the darkness of past relationships, that it's blocking manifestation of anything new, light, and love coming in. Okay, this is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. So many of you are on the brink of wanting to explore your romantic options, creating a love and relationship that fills you with light and love and happiness, even a relationship that puts you first, okay, where you're the star. But your inability to get unstuck from the past relationships and the dark thoughts and the negative thoughts that you have pertaining to a past relationship or past relationships is definitely blocking the light from coming in. Okay. The darkness is a place for us to visit, not to dwell, not to live, not to we don't need to furnish it. We don't need to set up home in our darkness. It is a place that we go when we need to learn lessons, gain certain experiences, certain insights on ourselves. And it helps teach us what we need to do and know to bring us forth into our light. Okay. Creativity starts in the dark. So when we go to that place, we are simply accessing the knowledge we need to manifest and execute and bring into the light what it is we really want, if that makes sense. So where you need to focus your energy, and this is again part of the blockages, is that many of the Capricorn collective are too focused on the outcomes right now of what you desire and not focusing and holding positive thoughts towards what it is that you actually desire. And it definitely, because it's the sacral chakra energy, it definitely has to do with relationships. And I feel like what's doing that is in the back of your mind, feeling as if the outcome is going to be what you had, or that God is not going to manifest or help you manifest the outcome you want. So you're just too focused on the outcome that it makes you focus on the lack instead of the abundance of love. So you need to surrender your outcomes to God and the universe. All you need to do, and your biggest responsibility in the manifestation process, is just intent, stating, establishing your intentions, and holding your thought space, your imagination, and visualizations on what it is that you do want, not what you don't want. Okay, so when you're thinking about, when someone says, well, what do you want in your next partner? Instead of saying, well, I don't want someone who's going to lie, I don't want someone who's going to cheat, I don't want someone who doesn't have money, I don't. You're holding your thought process, your visualization to what you don't want, which again attaches you to always thinking about the memories of what you had in a significant relationship that really changed your perception on um, love. So instead of, when someone says, what do you want in your next partner, only state the things you want. I want a partner who's honest. I want a partner who's faithful. I want a partner who's financially stable. I want a partner who loves me for me. I want a partner who puts me first. Start talking in that manner instead of saying what you don't want. Okay? And surrender the outcomes of what it is that you want to the universe. Okay? Don't worry about how, don't worry about when, don't worry about who. Just constantly keep your thoughts on what it is you want. And you will see that you are able to get out of that darkness a little bit more faster. All right, your chakra wisdom comes from service. Again, we have sacral chakra energy. So there's definitely, and Capricorns can be quite cold sometimes emotionally. Emotionally, hold on. Sorry, guys. So your card, chakra wisdom message comes from the service, and it's sacral chakra energy, which definitely has to do with our one-on-one relationships, our intimate relationships. And this is where a lot of your healing needs to be right now. And it is quite possible that um, because of your past relationships, many of you may even have issues as it pertains to being intimate and being in a relationship, because you're still in the darkness with this. So you really need to work on your sacral chakra, which is also your creativity zone. This is where your imagination, um, and your romance and everything, all of this sector, okay, your exploration, romance, and creativity that you are trying to manifest, all comes from your sacral chakra. If your sacral chakra is blocked, underactive, overactive, it's going to create issues as it pertains to how you develop intimate relationships with others. So working on your sacral chakra again is really important, and that is when you are starting to envision the relationship you want. Stop going to the relationship that you did not want, that wasn't good, to help you come up with that. Okay, only focus on what it is that you want. Okay, do some healing, do some cord cutting from any past relationships, sexual, romantic, that may still be attached to you, so that you can release the energy of those past relationships. Okay, because just because someone's out of our physical space, like we're no longer together, you're not in your physical space, the energy that we um, the energy that we collect from our partners um, can also leave residue and debris in our energetic system. And so you need to do some clearing in your sacral chakra so that you can raise your vibration in terms of how you're creating and manifesting the love that you want. Okay. Honey Adams loved her three children very much and had a rewarding family life, though sometimes she regretted never finding a career outside the home. At the end of her life, she realizes that this failure was not a failure at all. She achieved something more important, passing on a legacy of service to her daughter Franny. Being a mother is a great accomplishment. Are you seeing your life as it really is? Though we may wish things to be different, often we create just what we need. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today, give up what you think you deserve, and start being of service. How does the idea of service inspire me? How can I make the most of my present situation? What can I give? So, what this is telling me, guys, is sometimes when we have a poor perception on love and relationships and feeling like we didn't get what we deserve, it puts us in a position to where we don't give that, right? When we don't feel like we're receiving, we tend not to give it. So what this is telling you is that during this time, it's time to surrender your focus on the outcomes and bring your attention to just being love. Okay, if love is what you're trying to manifest, you're going to need to first learn how to be love. You're also going to need to understand that um, if there's a past relationship that has really messed up your psyche on love and relationships, perhaps you feel like you spent time in this relationship and got nothing out of it. You're going to need to shift that focus and really focus your energy on what you did get out of it. Perhaps it's beautiful children. Perhaps it was being able to be a loving mother. Perhaps it was the opportunity to love someone, whether or not they appreciated it or not. It's always beautiful to have the opportunity to love somebody. So stop looking at this past as something that you really got nothing out of, you have nothing to show for it or whatever. You do have a lot to show for it, because regardless of what happened, you've come out of it a stronger person, a wiser person, and that is what the darkness teaches you. It teaches you how to be strong, it gives you your wisdom, and it allows you to reflect on what happened so that you can make better choices. Um, but cutting off your ability to give love, regardless if you're receiving it, um, blocks manifestation. Because in order to attract what you want, you have to match the vibration. Okay, so if you're focusing on the outcomes and they're negative, or you're focused on the outcomes even if they're positive, you're really not allowing yourself to be in the present moment. You're really like stuck in your future. So it's kind of like you're jumping back and forth from the past to the future, and it's creating this almost darkness because you're not honoring where you are right now. And where you are right now is in a place of healing so that you can manifest what it is that you desire in terms of a relationship. Okay, you can't skip now. Focusing on the past is going to make you sad. Focusing on the future is going to make you anxious, and you completely skip the piece of being where you are right now. Okay, so focus on being love, focus on giving love, serving love to others, and that is what the universe is going to give back to you. Don't become selfish, don't become rigid, don't become cold. You need to still hold space in your heart and your mind for love to be given. Okay, and that starts with yourself. Okay, so definitely starting with self-love. All right, what's blocking you, Capricorn? We have the King of Coins. So with this, I feel like what blockages need to be released for you are, I feel like you're blocking a romantic partner who is going to bring some stability into your life, whether it's financial, um, possibly financial. Um, you're blocking that energy because you're stuck in the past. Okay, and maybe it has to some level of to do with self love. Um, but you're definitely blocking your energy with um, manifesting, because maybe you don't feel like you deserve this kind of person. Um, and just overall, because you're not in a place of being loved, it's going to be hard to attract this kind of person. This also could be for those, if you do have this kind of person in your life, and this just kind of came to me. If you're with a person who um, maybe even you may be even being blocked from finding the love you want by a person who is the king of coins. They have a lot of money. They have the ability to provide for you and things like that, but they don't offer you any relationship security. Okay? They're very root chakra based. So they may have more than one person in the picture, and it's not offering you any relationship stability. But you're holding on to this person possibly because of the economic stability that they provide. But what you're lacking here is sacral chakra, and our sacral chakra has nothing to do with fulfilling relationships based on anything material. It's very emotional. So you may be being blocked by holding on to someone who doesn't provide you with emotional fulfillment, even if they are financially stable or they help you out financially. That's about all you get from this person. So you need to reevaluate what's more important to you. Is it having someone who's financial? Maybe at first it was. Capricorn, you're very ambitious. You're very much always seeking financial stability, and maybe at that time that's what you needed or what was good to you. Hold on. Sorry about that. So sorry for the interruptions. Even though it's not really affecting you, but I don't know if you can tell that I'm pausing or not. But the mailman was knocking at my door like the police. Um, so anyway, if it's not for those that don't are attached to anyone, you're blocking someone from coming in because you can't release this darkness from the past relationships. Um, and when I say you can't release it, it's in your mind. Okay, your mind and your thoughts can't release it, so you keep revisiting the failures of excuse me, your past relationship, and not doing enough visualizing and manifesting of what it is that you really want. But for those that are attached to someone, you're probably realizing and understanding that you've allowed this person's money to make you settle for something, for a relationship that doesn't bring any emotional fulfillment or real true intimacy. Okay, because this person is very grounded in their root chakra. So yes, they're very financially focused, but this is the kind of person who might be using their money to manipulate. They use their money to control. They use their money to finance multiple relationships. And though you could probably get some money from them, how often are you able to get their time, their focus, their attention, their intimacy? And it's blocking you from finding someone who really can give that to you. All right, your healing insight message comes from the bloodstone crystal, and it's definitely a detoxing crystal. And I feel like there's definitely a need to do a lot of detoxing, especially in the mind. Okay, other than the blood, you also need to do it in the mind as well. Understand that detoxification and chaos precede transmutation. So before we can create something new, there is a level of chaos, right? In the beginning, there was chaos, and God brought order. So this darkness that you're in is creating chaotic thoughts, chaotic patterns of relationships, and things like that. You need to get in touch with your crown chakra, surrender your outcomes to God, and trust God again so God can bring the order, okay? Perseverance is needed. Locked doors open. Obstacles are swept away and romance blossoms. Preserve your good reputation. Recognize your enemies and keep them close. Do not be deceived. A farewell is called for. Mourn appropriately and let go. You are a spiritual warrior. Be assertive. All right? So either it's time to let go of this person who's physically here blocking you, or it's time to let go of the thoughts of this person who has clouded and created this chaos that you have in your mind as it pertains to love and relationships, what you deserve, how valuable you feel in a relationship, because it's possible that that past relationship made you feel completely unvalued, invalued. Um, so you need to start to really do some reprogramming and do some work with your sacral chakra and your solar plexus as well, so that you can your solar plexus will give you the power to walk into the light, take the necessary actions you need to separate yourself from any relationship that doesn't bring you this emotional stability and doesn't allow you to create the love you want. Okay? All right, Capricorn, if this reading resonated with you, I really hope it helped. And if you'd like a private reading, you can email me at lotusmagic17@gmail.com. Until next time, love and light.